Hey there, welcome to the video. So the point of this video is to hopefully help give some insight into what I would typically play for a song that doesn't have lead parts, really well-defined lead parts all throughout the song. So basically what I'm going to do in this video is I've already recorded myself playing along to a song. And I'm going to kind of jump in here in between the sections of the song and just kind of explain what I'm going to be doing, why I'm going to be doing it, kind of the thought process behind it, and maybe some alternative things that I could have done there as we walk through the song. So the song is Where You Are by Leland, but it's the track is the Bethel version. And the reason I chose that song is it's kind of I love that song, first of all, but it's also kind of a really good middle-of-the-road kind of worship song as far as song structure, chord structure, dynamics, builds, and there's even, in the Bethel version, there's even a spontaneous moment. And so it kind of felt like a really good kind of all-in-one package for kind of a song to choose to kind of use as a demonstration. So yeah, let's just hop right into that. I'm going to be switching back and forth here. Hopefully the transitions feel good between that video and this video. And we'll just walk through the song and I'll explain my guitar process. All right. So first off, going into the intro and the first verse, I'm just going to come in with some swells, some really nice shaped higher voiced chords. I like to do a lot of, I might make a video on some of this another time, but I like to do a lot of chord shapes that are like suspended suspended twos or fours, or even like major 7 chords. I don't typically like to play, when I'm doing chords, I don't typically like to play a lot of I guess typical triads, because I just feel like it's boring and it just clutters kind of. Sometimes it's that's what's needed, but or if I am playing like a normal triad, I might be playing it over another chord, so really it's kind of shaping the chord to be like a major 7 or something like that. So if you're going to be doing chords as like a lead guitar part, make them really interesting, make them really just tasty and just interesting. You want it to be interesting and colorful. And so like as a lead guitarist, when I'm doing higher shaped chord voicings, I try to think of like, okay, what is the rest of the band playing? What are they holding down? And then as I'm kind of at the top of the frequency spectrum, I'm kind of the one that's able to take what the entire band is playing as a chord shape, and I can add the extensions. So I can help make the whole wall of sound into a major 7th or a 9th chord or 13th or whatever you want to say. So think about that. Think about some really interesting chord voicings that you can use. So in the beginning, to digress, I'm doing some swells, maybe a little bit of picking here and there, and just making it really nice and washy, lots of delay and reverb. I don't think I have any drive on in this part. Sometimes I'll add on like a first stage drive or like a boost or something like that, just to thicken it up and give some grit to it. Again, kind of make it texturally interesting. You can hear my microcosm going in the first part, like the first quarter of the song or something. I do eventually turn it off so that you can hear more of what I'm actually playing. I decided while I was filming that's not a great idea because you're hearing all these different bleeps and bloops, and I didn't want it to be confusing of what I was actually playing versus what you're hearing. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to the intro after I've done all my long talking.
Son of God, we love you. Lift our gaze to you, Jesus. We're forever changed by you. Oh, I can't get enough.
Okay, so going into the interlude and then verse 2, which is still verse 1, you can hear I double the piano in the intro melody. Please ignore my major flub of coming in late that I left in the video because I'm an honest guitar player and I do make mistakes. So you can laugh with me there. And anyways, I come in, I double the intro part. And my thought on doubling parts is I don't always do it, but for songs like this, kind of like lower songs, or at least these lower moments, I like to do that to add like a different texture, because the piano has its own texture. Maybe they have a synth going beneath it, or they have their own effects going, but then I have my effects as well that are differently textured. They sound different. They're EQ different. Maybe the keys are super clean, or maybe they're a little dirty. So maybe I'll play a little bit dirtier or a little cleaner and kind of contrast what they're doing, and it just adds this really nice layer and texture. Alternatively, as well, if say we came out of a bigger song or a bigger moment or something before this one and didn't feel like it needed to be taken all the way down to go into it, I might have started playing what I play in this interlude, doubling the piano intro versus just doing the swells. Like if we were going to come into it a little bit bigger. Sometimes I'll actually play that. Like if we only have like one keys player and maybe that keys player is leading the song or something like that, or there's only one guitarist or whatever, I might actually play that part all the way through the verse, just really low key underneath everything else. And then as I go into verse 2, I do some more swells. I do some more picking parts. I'm kind of, when I do the picking, even when I do the swells, but especially the picking, I'm trying to think, what am I swelling out of? And then what chord am I going to? And how can I play around the chord structure? And as well, while I'm doing that, how can I play around like the vocal melody or the main melody of the song as I'm going to the next chord? So that's what I'm essentially going to be doing in the interlude and then verse 2. So let's listen to that. Okay, so going into that chorus, what I'm going to be doing is, since it's kind of lower, they're into the groove and everything, things are up a little bit more than when we started, but we're still kind of low. I think I have a boost on, either my boost or my first stage drive, and I am ringing out some nice washy high-voiced chords, again, really nice voice chords, and then as I'm letting those ring out, I'm letting the vocal do their thing, and then I'm filling in some space with some picking stuff that's kind of mirroring what the vocal is doing on the melody. So the vocal is going, I just want to be where you are, and then I go da 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 da, and I just want to be near your heart, ba ba da 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 da, and then I'll kind of match them. There is nothing, and I'll go da da dee 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 dee. Again, with just some really nice big effects, kind of a little bit of grit, but not really like super drivey or anything. And then ring out a nice chord, brum or brum, and then he'll keep going, and I'll do my thing. Yeah, so I kind of I like to mimic some of the vocal lines or complement them, kind of let the vocal be the call, and I'll do the response sometimes, within the space, and some nice big washy chords. Yeah, so let's listen to that.
Just wanna be where you are. Listen to him. And I just wanna be where you are. And I just wanna be near your heart. There is nothing like your love, Jesus, Jesus. There is nothing like your love. Sing it again from your heart. And I just wanna be where you are today. And I just wanna be near your heart. There is nothing like your love. No, Jesus, there is nothing like your love. All right, lift up your song to him. What is the cry now?
Okay, so for the bridge, this is going to be kind of a long section of this part. So for the bridge going, or the interlude that is going into the bridge, building up through the bridge, and then there's a small like instrumental before the chorus, big chorus, and then big chorus. So basically what I'm doing in that part is, this is probably the most defined lead guitar part in this particular song, the bridge and interlude between it. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm, letting my stuff ring out, and then I like to, when stuff comes way down like this, I like to roll my tone knob back. And I forgot to mention that during the swells in the intro and very first verse, I have my tone knob rolled all the way back. I love how warm it gets. I like that I can play a little bit more outwardly, but it still sits really, really well. And as well, I can usually kick on more drive, and it's not super big. It's not overt. It's not too much. It still sits really, really nicely. And it just has this really nice warm texture that I like. So I'm doing that. Just playing that lead line, which mimics again, if a song doesn't have any lead guitar parts, one thing that you can always do that always will sound good is mimic the melody line, like the vocal line, in very intentional places. But high voice chords, interesting high voice chords, and double the vocal line. And so that's what this lead part is doing, where he's singing, "You are holy, holy, holy," and then the guitar is going da da dee 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 dee, Jesus, I love you. So it's the exact same thing, except higher up. And so roll my tone back, make it super soft and nice, play gently, and again, just make it interesting. I might embellish and add a few little notes that don't belong, just to make it interesting. And then as we get up and go through it, and the band starts going through, I quickly roll my tone knob back all the way in, which still, it just sounds more open, sounds a little bit bigger, kind of pushes the reverb and delay out there a little bit more, but it still feels very, very intimate and small at the same time. Then as we build, I just start to dig in. Every time around, I'll add more drive. And then as it builds, it burst out kind of, I think it's when he says, sing all the glory, all the glory. But he's not really on the mic singing in that part. He kind of lets like the backup vocalists and lets the church sing. And sometimes in those parts, especially if it's like a spontaneous moment, or you're not playing with a guide or tracks or anything like that, and you can kind of like you can kind of just go anywhere with the song. I found it's really good. Like if you're in a big moment, and if a vocalist steps back while they're leading the song, but it's a big moment, a lot of times I'll just go into like kind of like a lead solo, but not like a shreddy solo. I'll usually solo the vocal melody if I'm able to, if it sounds good. If I'm not, then I might just kick on what I can to make it sound really big and just play some really high chords or something like that. And you'll hear that I kind of I just make it as big as I can, and I go straight in again to the da 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 da. Just the vocal melody, and I'm adding some other notes. I'm making it a little interesting, kind of my own. And I'll burst into the chorus, and I'll just be playing some really high like chord voicings again. I have 2 of my 3 gain stages on, and then I'm using my boost. I'm saving my boost so that I can still do those call and response vocal parts. So where he goes, I just want to be where you are, kick on my boost, da 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 da, off big chords, minor, I just want to be near your heart, boost, da 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 da. And then I think I left it on. I would go da 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 dum, just to mirror what he's doing. So let's listen to that.
What is the cry in your heart? What is the deepest cry today? For the kingdom of God belongs to people who walk like children. And all your children cry, holy, holy, for you are holy, holy, you are holy, holy. Jesus, I love you. Jesus, I love you. Your children cry, holy, from your heart we cry. Yours is the kingdom we cry. Oh Jesus, I love you. Jesus, forever and ever we cry. The angels around the throne sing, you've created me to be holy, like you're holy. Jesus, I love you, sing it over our nation, sing it over America.
Okay, now for the spontaneous moment. I kind of debated taking this out or leaving it out because it gets kind of loose on my part, but I'm having a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun recording it, and so I think I'll just leave it in, and you can kind of just see it and glean what you can. I definitely have some flubs and some jazz notes in there. But the mentality for spontaneous moments is pretty much the same as anything else. I'm not going to really do... I mean, it's different if, like, we go into a different song or something, right? Or if, like, I really just, like, the Lord has given me, like a melody that I'm supposed to play, like something specific like that. Like that's different. But if it's like you're just kind of flowing through the song that you're in right now, then I'm not really going to do too much different. I'm going to be using a lot of the same tricks. Probably going to be playing a lot of exactly what I just played. Like, so when we go down in the spontaneous moment, going to roll my tone back. I'm doing a lot of swells, supporting chord swells, picking through some chords in interesting ways and adding some, extended notes that just kind of make it colorful. And then again, just kind of building as it builds. And then it goes into, he changes what he sings. He goes, I've never known a love like this before. But I think that's the same vocal melody. So I'm kind of playing the same thing. It's just the phrasing is different. Instead of holy, holy, he's I've never known a love like this before. So, I might be adding some extra notes just to fit that phrasing. And then, like I said, we build, and then it bursts out into another instrumental. On here, I go a little more wild, but I had just gotten my new boost pedal, and I was really feeling it and having a lot of fun with it. But I wouldn't. I've done stuff like this before when I felt like I was supposed to, but I don't always just like go all out and just like try to rip a solo. Which again, in this case, I didn't really, because it was not tight and it doesn't sound super great. But I had a lot of fun doing it. So that's great. Have fun while you worship. And so it's really a lot of the same stuff. You're just kind of following what's new, And if your worship leader goes into a spontaneous song, like something that doesn't exist, high chords, sweet shapes, pick through those sweet shapes, like kind of arpeggiate them or whatever, and follow the vocal line. Make the vocal line on your guitar really, really interesting. So yeah, let's give that a listen, and then I guess it'll be time to close out the video.
World's gotta know. There are so many today that don't know the reality of your amazing love, Jesus. Give us ears to hear what you're saying over everyone we meet today. Give us eyes to see the masterpiece you're painting in every heart. Secret place of our heart, in the hidden place, God, let there be love. If you clean the inside of the cup, the outside will be clean. Yes, it will. Oh, when no one's listening, fill me with love. When no one's watching, fill me with love. What I pursue in the secret place will come out amongst the old. When no one's listening, God, fill me with love. Oh, in the quiet place, God, fill it with love. Oh, in the motives, Jesus, wash them with love. Everything I do, let it be for you, God. Oh, I've never known a love like this before, and I've never felt a touch like this before. I've never known a love like this before. Jesus, there is nothing like your love.
All right, well, thanks for watching this video. I hope it was insightful and helped you in some way figure out what to play if a song has no well-defined lead guitar parts. Also, just notice on the camera that I have water on my shirt, so please ignore that. And just to clarify, as a reminder, this isn't a video of how to play where you are. I made this video and I chose this song to hopefully give or create kind of a collection of ideas and technique and tips and tricks of kind of how I go through a song that doesn't have a lot of lead parts. So I guess to recap, let's just recap some of the stuff. So I play a lot of high-voiced, interesting sounding chords that kind of almost act as chord extensions for what the band is playing. So you can swell those, you can strum them and ring them out, you can pick through them. I love picking through them and then adding some notes in between to really make it just interesting. Double vocal melodies a lot. That can be super, super tasteful. When you solo, or if you have a solo, or there's an instrumental, a lot of times it just sounds like the most wonderful thing is you just go into a super high, distorted, reverb and delayed out version of the vocal melody and play around with it, make it your own, make it exciting and interesting, but have fun with it. Have fun while you worship. And so yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. And I guess I think I'm going to be posting this video as much as I can, or I'll post previews at least on whatever social platforms that I can. And so I guess if you have clarifying questions, you can ask me in the comments or on YouTube or whatever. And also, I guess if there are any songs that you would be curious as to like how I would play through them, if this helped, if you got anything from this video, I could make another one. Like if I get a song commented enough, like, oh, hey, I love this song, but it doesn't really have any actual guitar parts, or at least not that I can hear. What would you do if you were to play this song on a Sunday or a Wednesday or whatever? Then I guess I could take a look at some and just kind of almost make like a play, like a walkthrough or whatever, but just kind of what I would play. So I guess if there's anything like that you might want to see my take on, feel free to comment and ask about it, and I'll see what I can do. So all right, thanks for watching. Hope this helped. Bye-bye.